EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the world's steel capital in the city of Bridges, Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, and Acrisure Stadium. Today we've got a Week 8 matchup on tap here, as it'll be the Jacksonville Jaguars taking on the Pittsburgh Steelers. Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
First and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Now the third-year man, Najee Harris. Across midfield. And finally down at the 36-yard line. A big hitter. That one goes for 40 yards. Right off the bat, a chunk play into enemy territory.
And I don't care how you plan for it. I don't care what you see on tape where you think you can get that type of a play. That's still a great rush and a little bit of a surprise to break off a run like that this early in the game.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. The Steelers at 500 and 3-3 through the season's first 6 weeks. Now, they were losers last time out, trying to turn things around here in this one.
And it always helps to have a home crowd behind you, giving you encouragement as long as you give them something good to cheer about. So you know they just want to come out and play well for their faithful, and I expect them to do just that.
And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Najee Harris, his second rushing touchdown on the year. And the Steelers need just 3 plays to go down and take the early lead. Chris Boswell now for the extra point. And he'll put it through to make it 7-0 Steelers. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Lawrence bringing the Jaguars up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. A man coming off an 1,100-yard campaign last year. Here's Travis Etienne. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity. And that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week. And right now, we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete. The intended target was Calvin Ridley, and it's 3rd and short. You look at this Steeler defense. They enter play here 24th in the league against the run.
One thing you know they'll be fired up because they're facing a top 5 rushing attack. And even if they have early success against them, they got to remember, they got to sustain it because teams that are top 5, they don't stop running the ball if they don't get things done early.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Now Lawrence. These guys running back out of the backfield. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. A big play that time on the catch and run, and it'll give him a fresh set of downs.
That turned into a very well-orchestrated play right there. Going to work his way out of the backfield to the right, and after he looked it in, he found plenty of space to roam and picked up big yardage.
Throwing now, Lawrence on first down. ETN bringing in another one. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Consecutive catches for him. That good for 11.
And they'll use him out in the backfield, and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago. There's another one right there.
On first and 10, it's ETN. And he stopped immediately there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
Here's Lawrence. This one complete to Christian Kirk. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. Call that a very strong gain of 24. So they gave up the early touchdown. This has been a pretty good response. Nice drive, taking it down first and goal.
And I know all the cliches jump in, right? Don't get away from your game plan too early. Make sure you're settled down. Don't panic. But it's all true, isn't it? Because otherwise, you get out of what you plan to do during the game, and it's still early. Don't get crazy because you gave one up. Just respond as you just noted. Well, as a wideout, when you take that handoff and you're coming around the edge, you're expecting to see nothing but empty space in front of you. But if not...
Well, things can go south in a hurry, and that's exactly what we saw on that play with a loss. On second down, a run with ETN. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. No gain on the play there. They're going to need to come up with something better here on third and goal. Big play coming here. It's third and goal. On play action, Lawrence sliding out of the pocket. He had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them. And I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
Austin elects to bring this out of the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they are back down to 500 following the loss last week. Consistency has been a real issue for them so far.
Brandon, you almost don't know what team is going to show up every week. I mean, there's no consistency with this ball club at all. And if we feel that way, I know it frustrates the coaching staff. And it also has to frustrate the key leaders in the locker room. They got to figure out how to get coordinated.
Here's second and 10. Pickett now to throw off the play fake. Rush coming, and he's taken down. The safety blitz turns out to be a great call defensively as they sack him for a loss of 9.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback, 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way, and what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit.
After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long.
Pickett, he'll look to throw it.
This is caught by Robinson. Give him 18 yards on that one. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
I don't know how many times, not just in my playing career, but you and I working together, have we ever heard a coach say, you know, I just don't have that play on my call sheet. And that's really what we had here. That was a big hole they were trying to get out of.
Yeah, big gain, still a ways to go, though. 7 yards on the return after a punt of 39. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10.
At their own 40-yard line.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And they come into this one riding that nice long win streak. And remember, next weekend is an open week for them. So if they can get the win here, a lot of momentum into that time off.
It certainly is. And if you're wondering if anybody's saying, boy, this is coming at a bad time, we want to keep playing, the answer can be yes. Because when teams are on a hot streak, they want to keep going. But what the veterans are telling the young guys in the locker room, an open week is always good, guys. Take it, and let's go with it.
Here we go.
They'll fake it on the jet sweep, and instead a handoff up the middle.
And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the second half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a 1st down, pick it up, and keep moving.
Lawrence going to get this to Etienne.
And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this 1st quarter.
After 1, 7-3 the score on EA Sports.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
13, Lou.
Etienne up the middle. And an excellent job of finding the opening as he's got this now all the way down to the 22.
11 more yards that go around, a 1st down as well.
13, Lou.
Looking to throw, Lawrence.
Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. Montravius Adams coming right up the gut. Gets in there for a loss of 9. Throwing on 2nd and long. Lawrence. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
Well, partner guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make 3rd down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big 3rd down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free. And it brings up 4th down.
As soon as he leaked out and began his route, someone on the defensive side broke with him and arrived just in time to separate him from another reception.
The kick by McManus is good. And they'll get it back within a point at 7-6.
So the margin shrinks there as they get the field goal to draw them a bit closer here in the 2nd quarter.
Yeah, nice snap, nice hole. They just want to keep this game close, so give them credit for finishing that one off with 3.
Austin elects to bring this out of the end zone.
And he will make it back to the 15, and that's it. Good coverage there by the kick team.
15-yard line.
Let's go now.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs. Because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
So that changes things. Here's 1st and 10 all the way up at the 45. Pickett. Eluding the pressure right. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down.
I thought at first he'd try to run, but he just kept buying time to his right. Finally, nothing there. He wisely gets rid of it.
Off play action. Pickett. A short one there to Freiermuth. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
3rd down and 6. Now Pickett. And that is incomplete.
1 first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
On 4th down, here's Presley Harvin on to punt. And this one will wind up being down just outside of that 20-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Sitting in 1st place in the division. They've got an open date on the calendar coming up next week. So, Charles, you and I were talking about this before the game. This one for them kind of has some extra importance.
It certainly does, because if they can get the win here and pad their lead a bit or at least keep pace, then they can really kick their feet up and say a job well done at this point and not have to worry about ball at all until they're back in their facility, back in their meeting room, getting ready for the next game.
Lawrence's throw here taken in by Ingram. First connection there of the afternoon for those two, and it's good for a 1st down.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a 1st down.
And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days, but you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
On 2nd down, Lawrence. And the pass is intercepted. He was looking for Ingram. Picked off by Cole Holcomb. And the Steelers are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. As we eat closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
2nd and 14. Looking to throw, Pickett. Pass complete, George Pickens with it. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 23 yards the pickup there.
That's good for us Steelers. First down. 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Now Pickett looking to change things up. Now a 1st down carry for Harris. And he's going to be stopped at about the 37. 109 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a 1st down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
Here's Pickett on 2nd down. He's got this to Pickens. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. And now they're in the hurry-up.
That's good for a Pittsburgh Steelers.
From the gun, here's Pickett. And a quick throw here, that's complete. Touchdown! Jalen Warren in the final seconds of the first half. And the Steelers would extend their lead here just before halftime. Boswell for the extra point. And his kick is good, but flags come in. Looks like we're going to get a roughing call here on the follow-through. And they'll accept that penalty. So 6 seconds, all that remains of this first half as the kick is away. Taken at the goal line. And they'll be backed up to start this drive as he's taken down right around the 15.
Red on red.
And they'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The Jaguars with work to do. They trail here as we are back underway on EA Sports. And he won't quite make it to the 25. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter three.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now they got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
16 more on that one and another first down.
Well, as we've learned over the years, just because a guy plays left tackle doesn't mean he doesn't have run blocking abilities, and we just saw it there. Controlled the line of scrimmage, created a big gain.
That's kind of a bonus. He's there to protect that high value that you have back under center, but he creates space in the run game.
Yeah, not only can he dance, he can mash too.
On 1st and 10, it's Lawrence rolling to his right. Oh, poor decision there, and it's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Minkah Fitzpatrick. And the Steelers are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And that last drive, so effective in the passing game, resulting in the touchdown. Maybe not many people were focused on the trenches. There was good protection there.
Excellent protection. So now, defensively, you've almost got to get down to those starters blocks like you're a sprinter. Get lower than those guys on offense and find a way to roar through them or around them to get into the face of the passer.
Easier said than done, though.
Way easier said than done. But they've got to try something, because right now, they're just cutting them to shreds.
Here's Pickett. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Pickett will look to throw it here. This is intercepted. Loose inside the 30. Inside the 10. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. That's a tough spot as a quarterback, Charles. You want to get rid of it, but you see what can happen when you do try to get rid of it with pressure.
Yeah, and how about the pressure coming without them having to blitz? That's when you know things are clicking for your defense, and the end result, they end up gaining 6 points.
Lawrence and the Jags offense staying out there. They'll go for 2 here. They'll look to throw. And he's brought down. Goes right side. And he's got it. So they went ahead and went for 2 to tie the game, and it works out. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. This fielded right at the goal line. And he returns this to the 22.
Let's go.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
2nd and 10. Pickett back to throw. That one complete downfield to Johnson. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. 22 yards there, a first down.
First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
And they'll send Pickens in motion right here. They'll try the right side with Harris. And he's going to take this across midfield into Jacksonville territory.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit.
Let's go now.
Pickett sets up play action. That's swung out wide to Harris.
And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
Yeah, big play there. When you have a running back that you could use like a wide receiver, when he has that kind of versatility, you do as they did there. Get him out of the backfield and give those defensive backs something else to worry about.
Bronco switch. Bronco switch.
And they'll send the tight end in motion here. Harris running straight ahead. And he'll fight forward on the straight ahead running for just a couple of yards. Second down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Oh, man, for him to be that wide open and drop it, sometimes you have just too much time on your hands, right? You end up thinking way too much, and your hands get shaky.
And yes, he's a tight end, but that's a catch he should have made.
Throwing on third down. Here's Pickett.
A hit as he throws there, incomplete. Boy, the numbers throwing the football just not trending in the right direction. Last week he was under 50%. He's under 50% again here.
And we haven't gotten an announcement, but it appears to me that he might be a little dinged up and is just trying to play through. You know, he's one of those tough guys that wants to answer the bell each and every play for his team. That might be throwing off his accuracy.
And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice, an ambitious effort, but it's well short. And we will remain tied here in this third quarter.
And anytime you see a kicker trot out to try one from 56 yards, you know everything's got to come off perfectly for it to have a chance. If the laces aren't quite right, if he doesn't hit the fat part of the ball just right, it's unlikely to go through. And that one winds up no good.
And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. First down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards.
Straight ahead, ETN. Down to about the 37.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
This a 2nd and 7 from the 37. Lawrence.
And his throw's going to be incomplete.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
They'll need to get it to the 30 for a first. This is third down.
Off the play fake. Here's Lawrence.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Coverage was awfully tight there on third down. They actually closed off all the passing lanes, forcing the incompletion and bringing up fourth down.
The kick by McManus is good, and they take a 17-14 lead. It's his third field goal now in the ball game, and they needed his leg. This last one gives them the lead.
It's been a back-and-forth kind of a game, hasn't it? Now you got to tell your defense, guys, need you to make this stand up because we got the momentum going in the right direction, but we need you to make sure we carry it home.
Austin elects to bring this out of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline, they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
They run the play fake. Here's Pickett. Open man downfield is Johnson. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. Give him 32 on the play.
Despite writing it down on my notes, I never give enough credit to the offensive line, and we have to here. The protection, that's what made this play a success. Quarterback had to wait for his crossing route to develop, and that takes a little bit of extra time. Excellent job by the big fellas up front.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Back to throw, Pickett. To the right side, incomplete to Washington. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Great gains back-to-back. Last time over 30 yards, better than 20 here. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. And they'll send Pickens in motion right here. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Gets this out wide to Pickens. And in for the Steelers, touchdown. George Pickens, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Steelers have moved out in front here in the 4th quarter. This has definitely been a back-and-forth affair, and now they have the lead here in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, and they gave up the field goal on that last drive, as we remember, but it felt like their offense told them, don't worry about it. We got your backs. We'll come back with a touchdown of our own, and they did.
Extra point put through by Boswell, and that will make this a 4-point game. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And no return here for Agnew, so they'll bring it out, start the drive at the 25. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. We certainly have a good one on our hands. They're trailing after that last touchdown, but now a chance for this offense to try to snag that lead right back here in the 4th quarter. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Lawrence will throw. And his throw is incomplete. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
Hey, lie.
Now a 2nd and 10. Now Lawrence. He'll get this one complete to Zay Jones. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. We'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. On play action, Lawrence. That is caught. Oh, and now some space to operate. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. A big gain of 28 as the drive continues.
Hey, kill.
Running out of the gun with ETN. He's able to work free for about 6 down to the 18.
They've created a nice sustained drive off of plays like that. A nice strong run there that keeps them advancing the ball.
And 4 at the 18-yard line.
Hey, run.
2nd down and 4. They go play action now. Lawrence. This is caught. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. A nice pickup of 14, and it moves the stick, sets up a 1st and goal.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and we watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep.
And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. Travis Etienne taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Jaguars answer back with a touchdown of their own to take a 4th quarter lead. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. Austin elects to bring this out of the end zone. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. It's a foot race. And they are not going to catch him. He's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Extra point now by Boswell. And that will make this a 4-point game. So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. And we will not see an attempt to match that return touchdown, as this will be a touchback and bring it out to the 25. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the 4th quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. They go play action with Lawrence. They'll get this out to the flat for ETN. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And it'll be 2nd down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Red on red.
A hole to dig out of here. 2nd and 17. Play action. It's Lawrence. And this one into the hands of Ingram downfield. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31.
Well, this game has certainly had no shortage of offense. Both teams have been revved up from the start. And here's yet another big play. Boy, both defenses have just got to be dragging out there because they've been run ragged throughout.
On first down, Lawrence. He'll get that underneath ETN. And he's down right around midfield after a gain of 2, maybe 3.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
Well, that's the 3rd interception for Lawrence. It's picked by the linebacker, T.J. Watt. And they finally put it into this return, but not before he's all the way down to the 37. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. On the give, this is Harris. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. All around great play by Devin Lloyd, using his athleticism to get to the backfield and his strength to stop him for a loss. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Now Pickett. And he's unable to hold on to that defensively. A potential game changer, but it falls incomplete.
I think he's taking an awful chance with the football right there. You've got to lead, you've got to protect it, and he's taking chances putting it out there in a little bit of jeopardy.
Especially in a spot like this, 4th quarter, as you said, trying to cling to that advantage.
Yeah, that one probably should be.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. They're looking at a 4th down now as they try to hold on to this lead for dear life. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And this will be touchdown inside the 20. They'll spot it at the 18-yard line. Here's 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground. ETN. And a good physical run that time. He's going to wind up gaining 5 on that one.
Not in a position where they absolutely have to rush right now, but they definitely have to pick up the tempo a bit.
Here comes 2nd down. Throwing now, Lawrence. This defense hasn't had the best showing in this game. A critical knockdown there. If they can hang on against the end, they'll kind of justify the means.
Certainly, and just think of it this way. It may not be the quantity of the plays that they've had because those haven't been great, but they get a few more quality ones like that. That can finish things off for them.
Well, this crowd doing their best to make a lot of racket. It's 3rd and 5. Here's Lawrence. Into the hands of Ingram. And he's going to get out of bounds with the 1st down. So that's going to double their pleasure for sure. They get the 1st and save a timeout.
Well, they got the yardage they needed there. Picked up the 1st down, got out of bounds. How about the urgency that they have as well as they understand where they are in the field?
Lawrence. Completes it to Evan Ingram. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. They're making steady progress, but I see your face. You're worried about that clock.
I'm worried about the clock, and at some point, you have to have a splash play in there as well.
Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now. Back to throw. Lawrence. This is caught. It's Kirk. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. Absolutely ideal there. Get a good size play, get out of bounds.
Well, you saw the coaching there. That is taught and it is emphasized. Get out of bounds, understand your situation, as well as just understanding the game.
Hey, go.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here.
He'll look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Lawrence going to keep it, and he probably should have given that one off as he's going to get hit and taken down behind the line. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds left to go.
But the noise got to be an issue now offensively. Here's 3rd and 6.
He's back to throw. I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches.
That was a good effort there, trying to do it on his own, but as a defender, you're in a tough spot because you have coverage responsibilities behind you, and if you take off too quick to try and get him down, he might loft it over your head.
So better to track with your man defensively than try to go up and make a stop on the quarterback.
Exactly right. What you're hoping is that your guys in the front 7 can get him down.
Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Steelers are close to finishing off this football game. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
Well, we all just got a heck of a show, partner. This was a close game for a long time. Close at half, close down the stretch.